attention on deck. Please rise for our invocation.
I ask you to join me in prayer. Most gracious God, we pause this morning to ask for your blessing on this graduating class. Thank you for the new insights and wisdom they have gained. Thank you for their knowledgeable instructors, committed SLPOs, and their dedicated A-School staff. Thank you for the love and support of their family and friends. God, help them now to feel the true measure of their accomplishment and know that it was worth it. May today be a memory that burns bright within them. Strengthen them and bless them now. This is our prayer. Amen.
Please be seated. Commander Dahlgren, chaplain, staff, family and friends, and most importantly, graduates. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Machinist Mate Class 2323 Alpha, Electronics Technician Class 2310 Tango. Today is a special day for these sailors as it marks the completion of long weeks of hard work, and I am pleased that we are here to recognize the efforts and achievements of these young men and women. Today's guest speaker is from Elizabeth, New Jersey, and joined the Navy in April 2014. After completing recruit training in Great Lakes, Illinois, she attended Nuclear Field A School, Power School, and then Prototype in Ballston Spa, New York. Upon completing training, she was stationed aboard the USS George H.W. Bush, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. During her time on board, she supported 1 deployment, 2 operational reactor safeguards examinations, carrier qualifications, and a 25-month shipyard availability. After 3 years on board, she was made the leading petty officer of Electrical Division, coordinating maintenance and upkeep for electrical production and distribution systems vital to successful mission execution. In October of 2020, she reported here to Naval Nuclear Power Training Command and was assigned as an instructor in electronic fundamentals, where she has taught 7 classes, including the one sitting in this room, and is currently serving as a senior instructor for division, an assignment given to instructors who exhibit the highest standards of technical knowledge and teaching ability. It is my pleasure to introduce Electrician's Mate, First Class, Surface Warfare Qualified, Jennifer Jimenez.
Good morning, Commander Dahlgren, chaplain, family and friends, and most importantly, graduates. I'd like to start off by repeating some words that you, as participants in this program, hopefully already know. We, as the Naval Nuclear Power community, have an unmatched record of safety, reliability, and sustained operational readiness. We have achieved and we have sustained this record by ensuring that our reactor plants, our engine rooms, and are staffed around the clock every day of every year, in port and at sea, with the most competent and the most trustworthy operators. All of you as graduates of your respective A schools can take pride in having completed the first leg of this journey on your way to joining this elite crowd. If you find the journey difficult at times, know that it is intended to be. We do not strive to make this training simple. We do not strive to make it easy, because we need people that are capable of overcoming extreme obstacles, people that are able to face trials head on, people like you. Know that by completing this school, you have begun to cement a reputation as someone that we can rely on to get the job done, to keep the fleet moving. To the family and friends of these graduates, know that they have made it through arduous times, long days, difficult exams, and difficult instructors, like myself, to make it where they are today. Be proud of what they have done, and know that they are well on their way to achieving more. Graduates, as you advance in your careers, as you move to positions of greater leadership and technical ability, remember finally that no matter the task, it is who you are and what you believe yourself capable of, which marks the line between failure and successes. I think that no words encapsulates that message better than those of Hyman G. Rickover. Human experiences show that people, not organizations or management systems, get things done. Military members, attention. To all who shall see these presents, greetings.
Greetings!
Know ye by the authority vested in me, and reposing special trust and confidence in patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of these sailors, I do hereby appoint you to the rank of 3rd Class Petty Officer in the United States Navy, as such from the 26th day of May, 2023. Your appointment as a Petty Officer in the United States Navy makes you an heir to a long and proud tradition of naval leadership. By accepting this appointment, you are charged with demonstrating these standards of performance, moral courage, and dedication to the Navy and the nation, with which you will serve as an example to your fellow Navy men and women. Your desire to excel and to guide others must be boundless. Your appearance must be a model for others, and your performance must be a continual reflection of your sincerity, attention to duty, and moral responsibility. By exhibiting unfailing trust and obedience to our superiors, cooperation and loyalty to your peers, understanding and strength to your subordinates, you will contribute greatly to the effectiveness and good name of the United States Navy. Family and friends, please join me in a round of applause for the newest 3rd Class Petty Officers. Please be seated.
Each of these sailors has earned their new title. There are those, however, that stand out from the rest, as evidenced by having the highest grade point average among their classmates. The instructors, advisors, and classmates recognize them for their achievements in the classroom, and we call these sailors our honor graduates. Today's honor graduates are Machinist Mate, 3rd Class, Jack Lehman. Electronics Technician, 3rd Class, Nicolaus Keys. Honor graduates, front and center. Left base. The Honor Graduate Award will be presented by Commander Dahlgren and Senior Chief Alex Benson. Military personnel, attention to honors. From Commanding Officer, Naval Nuclear Power Training Command to Machinist Mate 3rd Class Jack Lehman and Electronics Technician 3rd Class Nicolaus Keys. Congratulations for achieving the highest grade point average among all graduates from your class at Nuclear Field A School, Charleston. Your standing reflects your personal motivation, academic excellence, and dedication to duty. Your outstanding performance serves as a superb example to your shipmates and is in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. Signed, J.D. Anderson, Captain, United States Navy. Military personnel, please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the section leading petty officer for Machinist Mate Class 2323 Alpha, Chief Machinist Mate Service Warfare Qualified, Isaiah Stewart.
Good morning, Commander Dahlgren, staff, family and friends, and our distinguished graduates. Nuclear power has many momentous milestones achieved in its history, and today we mark another chapter in our history as nuclear operators. This story is going on 70+ years long now, and you're all here to see it as it continues. Every Friday, we as staff members get the opportunity and distinct privilege of welcoming you into our ranks and passing along you further in training. This day, to me, is the most satisfying part about our job, seeing all of you graduate after working so hard. I remember 7 years ago sitting in these very same seats at my own graduation, being grateful somehow I passed Nuclear Field A School and there was a break from the 25 Tech 4s. You gave up time with family, friends, hobbies and interests, or anything else not top objective covered, and in your preparation for exams and 16 weeks of information on it with not a single multiple choice problem. You've all earned this achievement and you should celebrate it. Everyone here knows how much you sacrificed to get here. As you leave here today, I want to leave you with a couple of more important lessons I've learned over the years. First, you're all going to do amazing things for the Navy. If you weren't a scholar in academics, you may be a master of repairs. And both of these roles are vital to our success. Find your strengths and use them for the betterment of our team. and identify your weaknesses and make sure you improve upon them. Do these two, correction. Second, always seek to get better. Even if those gains are only by 1% more than your previous mark, all of us are capable of doing more, doing better, and we have to work at it every day. It's difficult, sometimes feels tedious, and it isn't a change you'll notice on a day-to-day basis. However, this investment into your own improvement is something you will look on with pride. In or out of the Navy, you'll be better individuals and learn life lessons that will imprint upon you each and every day. You've accomplished something great, and even if you don't recognize it now, you're going to have an incredible naval career, and our community is better for having you guys a part of it. So however many years from now, when you're speaking at your own A school graduation, or your own class's A school graduation, I want you to remember, I want you to recognize how far you guys have come. Now presenting class 2323 Alpha.
Left face.
Machinist mate third class, Andrew Berger. Machinist mate third class, Jonathan Craig. Machinist mate third class, Jared Flynn. Machinist mate third class, Carson Hangy. Machinist mate third class, Matthew Healy. Machinist mate third class, James Houston. Machinist mate third class, Donovan Loomis. Machinist mate third class, Liam McBroom. Machinist mate third class, Albert Miller. Machinist mate third class, Anthony Perez. Machinist mate third class, Harrison Rotunda. Machinist mate third class, Anthony St. Germain. Machinist mate third class, Alexander Terhune. Machinist mate third class, Austin Weiss. The following sailors are graduating with distinction, meaning they achieved a grade point average of 3.40 to 3.59. Our class leader, Machinist mate third class, Jaden Dawson. Machinist mate third class, Killian Kirschbaum. Our assistant class leader, Machinist mate third class, Nathaniel Vaughn. The following sailors are graduating with honors, meaning they achieved a grade point average of 3.60 to a perfect 4.0. Machinist mate third class, Jack Lehman. Machinist mate third class, Kevin Shawnee. And machinist mate third class, Joseph Viamore.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the section leading petty officer for electronics technician class 2310 Tango, senior chief machinist mate, surface warfare and air warfare qualified, Joshua Glass.
Morning, Commander Dahlgren, chaplain, staff, and most importantly, family and friends. First of all, thank you so much for making the trip to come out and see the Navy's newest third-class petty officers graduate from Nuclear Cadet School. This is a very difficult program, especially coming straight out of high school. Things are done a little differently here. You go from learning your basic maths and sciences and English and all those things that we do in high school to memorizing advanced system schematics and being able to explain how an incredibly complicated piece of machinery and electronics work. Just getting to watch these sailors do that over the course of a couple of months just grow into these very talented technicians in training is very rewarding. It's probably one of the most rewarding things I've done in my entire career, so thank you for letting me experience that with you. We don't have multiple choice tests here. There's no guessing, there's no 25% I'm going to get this question right. If you don't know the answer to the question, you don't know it. And that's unlike anything that probably any of you have ever seen before. So it is absolutely an amazing achievement for y'all to be sitting here today. So I applaud you. This is the first step to becoming a nuclear operator on what undoubtedly is the world's most advanced warships. So just remember that. The effort that you put into this program and learning your trade is affecting the security of our nation and the rest of the world. So don't ever lose sight of that. Just remember, the more proficient you are, the better secure our nation is, and the safer your ship is. So it directly affects your livelihood. Okay. A couple things I want you to remember. When things get difficult throughout your career, remember the difficult things you've already been through and that you made it through those. Okay? Nuclear Field A School being one of them. So there are going to be times when you want to give up. Don't let yourself be your own worst enemy. Don't tell yourself that you can't do it. Because if you tell yourself you can't do it and you act on that, well then you can't. So whenever that little voice in the back of your head tells you that I can't do this, tell them to go away, because you can. Okay. The other thing is self-accountability and peer-to-peer accountability. Those are very important in the Navy, and you need to be able to learn those things now and practice those things. So if your shipmate tells you to, hey, we need to do this the right way, take it on board. And when you mess up, that's okay. Most people in this room didn't learn the best lessons in their life by doing everything right. So take something from it. If you mess up, take whatever punishment or accountability you need for it, and then figure out how to get better and use it as an opportunity to do such. Take care of yourselves. That's something we lose sight of as nuclear operators in the fleet. It's very time consuming. So you feel like you don't have enough time to do simple things like eat correctly and exercise. Those things directly translate into your well-being and the effectiveness of you doing your job. So remember that. Take care of your bodies and your minds. And last, but I feel like the most important, treat everyone with respect. In the military, respect should know no rank. Okay? We all know that it is proper and required to treat those of higher rank than us with respect. That doesn't change just because someone is the same rank or lower rank as you. Respect everyone, treat them with dignity. It'll go a long way. You will gain nothing by disrespecting your peers or subordinates. With that being said, let's graduate some more third-class petty officers and get everyone on leave. How does that sound? All right. Now presenting Class 2310 Tango.
Left face.
Electronics Technician, 3rd Class, Coy Andrews. Electronics Technician, 3rd Class, Thomas Baker. Electronics Technician, 3rd Class, Mario Bustamante. Electronics Technician, 3rd Class, Paul Fortuna. Electronics Technician, 3rd Class, Cody Gregorick. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Aiden Johnson. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Grace Knudsen. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Bruce Nicholas. Class Master at Arms, Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Houston Schwartz. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Tyler Zielinski. The following sailors are graduating with distinction, GPA of 3.40 to 3.59. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Tyler Bradshaw. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, and the Assistant Class Leader, Whitney Gold. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Jeffrey Leslie. The following sailor is graduating with honors with a grade point average of 360 to 4.0. Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Nikolaus Keys.
Each of these sailors exerted a great deal of personal drive, overcame obstacles, and made individual sacrifices to make it here today. Still, there are those that, by the manner in which they have completed this training, have inspired others. What sets these sailors aside from their peers is the consistency in their efforts, their refusal to quit, and the examples they have set. They demonstrated the qualities most treasured in the Navy, those of honor, courage, and commitment. And these sailors are the recipients of the Commanding Officer's Personal Excellence Award. Today's recipients are, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Machinist Mate, 3rd class, Jaden Dawson. And Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Whitney Gold. Awardees, front and center. The Personal Excellence Award will be presented by Commander Dahlgren and Senior Chief Matthew Trump. Military personnel, attention to honors. From Commanding Officer, Naval Nuclear Power Training Command 2, Machinist Mate, 3rd class, Jaden Dawson, and Electronics Technician, 3rd class, Whitney Gold. The Commanding Officer's Personal Excellence Award is awarded to the student in each class who has exhibited the greatest degree of professionalism. This student stands apart by virtue of hard work, personal dedication, and a demonstrated desire to succeed. Your impressive dedications to duty, exceptional academic efforts, and perseverance in the face of adversity have made you an outstanding example for your classmates to emulate and warrants your selection today as the recipient of the Commanding Officer's Personal Excellence Award. Congratulations, signed J.D. Anderson, Captain, United States Navy. Please. Correct. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Director of Nuclear Fuel Day School's Student Department, Commander Dahlgren.
Thank you, Pastor Wagner. Give our Personal Excellence Award winners a chance to get back to their seats. It's one of the best kept secrets, at least I think so, and hopefully they didn't know, but we try and keep it a secret so they don't know until the moment their name's called that they've won that award, so nice surprise for them. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. First of all, I would like to thank my staff for your hard work, dedication, the energy and the effort that you put into your careers, your students, your sailors is reflected in their success here today, so thank you very much. To the families, thank you for coming out to beautiful Charleston today. For those who couldn't make us and are watching on the video, thank you very much for your support and participation. These sailors, fresh out of high school, you gave them to us. Their success today in such a short period of time, transforming from raw recruits into third-class petty officers, is a direct reflection of the moral courage, excellence, and integrity that you instilled in them as they were growing up. So thank you for that, and thank you for your continued support throughout their careers. And for our graduates, I got to talk to you all for a good hour yesterday. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I promise you I'd keep it short, so I'm just going to reiterate the few things that we talked about. Right? You've made a great achievement. You have earned something that can't be taken away from you. Right? Make sure you continue to guard that, invest in that, and continue to build that resume, open up opportunities at every corner. Okay. Next, take some time off, enjoy it, but be back ready to charge forward with the same energy and aggressiveness that you showed in A School. And I am assured of your continued success through Nuclear Power School, through Prototype, and through the rest of your careers. Congratulations again for what you've achieved. Enjoy your time off. Thank you very much, everybody.
Please rise for our benediction.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you again for this time that you have given us to honor and celebrate these graduates. We pray that we will go to their next phase with a sense of pride and confidence, ready to face what lies before them. Bless them now, God, always providing them guidance, safety, and protection. May they strive towards excellence in all that they do. May they go now with the knowledge that they have your fullest and most profound blessing. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
This concludes today's graduation ceremony. Graduates, congratulations and well done. Military personnel, carry on.